for joining us on the Inside Track on Real Estate with the Dekker Team. I'm Yetta Dekker, and today I'm here with two amazing ladies. And Janet, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Virginia.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So you are going to be in for a roaring kind of conversation today. So it's not specifically about real estate today. Most of the time we work really hard at creating shows that may not be about the buying and selling of real estate and have a connection to real estate, whether it's about the electrical system in your home or whether it's about the heating systems or whether it's about landscaping or interior decorating. And so we generally focus on those things that are related to the home, whether it's about your enjoyment of the home or you're purchasing a new home or investing in real estate, anything to do with real estate. And on occasion, I get the special treat of sharing about Roar Canada. And Roar Canada is an initiative by the Dekker Team. Without being in the real estate industry, the opportunity to actually bring this to the nation's capital could not and would not have happened. And so I figure you need to hear about it too, because many women now have gotten involved. Mm-hmm. Virginia being one of them, Janet being the other. And if you're a guy going, you just said just women, well, there's the three, I was going to say chicks up here, but we'll say three women up here. So you can tell that we have some fun when we get going. Many men have actually joined us at our annual symposium. Yes. And it is not exclusive to women by any stretch of the imagination. So really anybody from 12, 13 years old, right up into 99. I think our eldest attendee was absolutely in her 90s. Yeah, which is really cool. So it's for anybody that has a desire or a mindset to really live out the life you were created for, to live that fullness and wholeness of everything you were meant to be without losing anything, just by gaining clarity of who you are. So we thought we would share a little bit about the journey we've all been on and also about the journey that you may want to take with us. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who wants to talk second? Because I already went first.
I will. I'd be happy to share. So I was just thinking as you were talking, Yetta, about, you sell homes, right? And it's about the home. This is the home. And so really...
And so for those that are only listening, what Virginia was talking about is our body is our home.
Yes.
It's the home where we reside on a daily basis. That's right. Not so much the structure we reside. Well, it is the structure we reside in, just not in a overview sense. So body is what you're talking about.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think about the relationship between our home we live in and our body that we live in, and how we maintain our homes. If we don't maintain our homes, they fall apart. They're not nice to live in. And it's no different than what our bodies, what are we putting into our mind? What is our mindset? And really, Roar Canada, for me, why did I get involved? How did I find out about it? I found out about it from a friend and attended one of the masterminds. But I was ready. I was ready to do more, to be involved with an incredible group of women because I wanted to grow. And I want to forget about me and focus on other people. And when I hang out with ladies like this and the other team members and people who come to the masterminds and the symposium, it helps me to grow. It helps me to be more so that I will take care of myself, not only physically, but my health, so internally, and the big thing.
The big thing was between the ears? Yeah, what is
Absolutely.
Between the ears is usually, well, it's the thing that actually gets in my way more than anything. When I'm not putting the right things in there. Mm-hmm. And so Roar Canada began its first launch into the nation's capital. And it is right now, although it's called Roar Canada, that was very strategic, very intentional, because at one point we do anticipate going across the country first, and then actually I'm kind of hopeful we can go across the globe. And yet that won't be Roar Canada, I guess. And we're constantly stretching. And at that point, the vision was at least be in every major city and connected to everywhere within the country of Canada. And yet there was something to me about starting something in the nation's capital. I think so many things in Canada start in the capital of Ontario, being Toronto. And that would be a normal or traditional focus probably. And so I think because it's in our nation's capital, in the city of Ottawa, as a launch, people from Toronto have come to attend.
Yes.
People from the States have flown in, which, how incredible is that? Like when that first happened, it was like, no, I'm always getting in a plane to go to the States to attend and listen to amazing speakers and have incredible experiences at masterminds and that kind of thing. And here instead, we have people flying in from there to Canada. Woohoo! Yeah. So Janet, you've been involved really since the very beginning. Yes. Our first meeting was July 11th, 2014, and you joined us in August.
I did, and I came because I was invited, and I also came because, like Virginia, it was a stage of my life where I really did want to step into some things, but I was also, trembling about it as well. So when I came along, we were just getting started in establishing who we are and what our purpose was. And I think where I first got hooked was the very first mastermind we did, where we were trying to see, okay, well, what is the need out there? And we sat in a room of amazing women that were many of them, well, all of them successful in different realms. Some were CEOs of big businesses. Some were CEOs of their home. A lot of entrepreneurs, and very successful, that you think, man, these people must have what it takes. They must be confident, they're doers, they're successful, and they were. But what really stood out to me was that voice inside that keeps telling you, I don't measure up. If people really knew who I was, I would lose this job. If, all those other people are successful, but I'm not. And when I saw that was a universal cry of the heart for people, I thought, wow, there is really a place to create an environment where you can help people override those voices and discover and awaken in them that they really are of value. They really are contributing, and others can contribute to them. You need a space where others can help you see that, because your own voice gets pretty loud.
At times.
At times it does. And so it's just awesome to be in an environment where you can have that encouraged and nurtured. And I just love that opportunity. So that's what got me hooked.
And I think that particular meeting, if I can recall back, the one woman who is highly engaged, I mean, there was lots of people that work in the government, there were people that work in private sector, there were people from every walk, which was really the amazing piece for me. There were people from education, like you name it, they were in the room. Absolutely. And what was fascinating is one woman took the courage, and people didn't know each other. I mean, you might have known 2 or 3 people in the room, you might have known 1. So they were basically, those of us that were launching the movement just reached into our own networks, and those people reached into their networks. And so it was, I think the right word, eclectic. Really the only commonality was that we were women, and we ranged from in our 20s to our 80s. And so as we're sitting around having this conversation, one woman, and I have said that 3 times now just to tease you, so you're hanging on my every word, stood up. And she would have been the most unlikely to actually say this from what everybody knew of her and her place and position in culture and in the city. And she said, there's some Monday mornings where I sit on my couch and my kids have gone off to school, my husband's gone off to work, and I sit there wrapped in a blanket thinking, am I a fraud? And when she said that, I think everybody in the room went, because it's not common to do it every day. It's not where I live by any stretch of the imagination. And yet I could truly relate that I had that experience. And I don't think there was anyone in the room. And if you're somebody that's never had that experience, I'm so happy. I celebrate you. I am thrilled. Janet saying hats off to you, because it's probably pretty universal. And the magic that happened in that room that day, and has happened so many times again and again as we've gotten together with the same group and with different groups of women, with smaller groups, with larger groups, it hasn't really mattered, is that universal truth that we all want to live out being the best version of ourselves.
Yes.
And it's not me being your best version.
That's right.
It's me being my best version.
Absolutely.
So I think that's something I would love, just let's explore that for a minute from each of our perspectives. How do we at Roar Canada engage with people so that they can feel amazing because of who they are and even for who they are not?
Well, to me, Roar Canada is a platform for women to come and to engage. And so we talked about, the men and the children, like outside of the women, because we have our support network. And so, but this gives the woman, what if they choose to come and to grow. And so we learn from each other. So, I mean, I have, we've been hanging out somewhat, and I have grown in a way that, and we talked about this a couple of times about when people say, you're busy.
Yes.
Right? You're busy. And it's like, so, and what you said to me really resonated with me. And what you said was, I'm in the moment. And because I always tended to think ahead, what am I doing next? What am I doing next? And so that those anxieties build up, and it's like, oh, I can't do it all. I can't do it all. And your voice has been in my head that just be in the moment.
I'm present here, right now, right here with you. I see you. You are the only important person in my world right now, or the only important group if I'm connecting with a group, right here, right now. And it's absolutely true. Once I get out of that moment and out of that environment, when I get to my car or I go hide in the bathroom and grab my phone to see what's on it, in those moments, I'm now present in that space. And there may be a fair bit of activity. We have joked a lot about that our lives are moving at warp speed.
Yes.
And yet when we're in the moment, there is no warp speed. It's between the moments. It's the preparing and the planning, and even that has slowed down. So just get present in the moments of planning.
Yeah.
And feel good with that.
There's such a peace about that.
Yeah.
You just, it's beautiful. And I've been using that for the last few days, and I'm like, this is awesome. So thank you.
You're welcome. That's kind of fun. And of course, nothing is new under the sun. Learned it from somewhere else, picked it up from somewhere, read it in the great books and the great book, and just learn those things that then transform from within. And language is so important.
Yes.
So we want to celebrate women and celebrate men. So at our symposium, we celebrate everybody. It's not just the women in the room. And we need a special place to be able to really connect at a level that we couldn't necessarily do when we were sitting in a room full of men.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah, just different. Not better, just different. So celebrating another person. How has that showed up for you, Janet?
To me, one of the places where I feel Roar does a really effective job of that is during the masterminds. And I just find, for me, having that space created where I can get out of the treadmill and take some space and time, bring myself there, saying, okay, what is in it for me, in the sense of where do I need to grow? And then you have this safe environment where people are for one another. And so a space is created, but also tools are given to help you drill down to that in yourself. So first of all, you're not worrying about what everybody else is thinking of you, because you're all in it together. So that layer is removed, that hindrance is removed. And then secondly, you're listening to some other people's stories to hear what has helped them. And then that sparks something in me. So for me, when I came into Roar, I declared, as you reminded me last night, Yetta, I just want to be in the background. I don't want to be visible. And look where I am. I would never have seen myself doing this. So
That's talking to you on a video show at an audio radio program that would not even have been in your, not even in your nightmares.
No, exactly. But I've come to see that my story does have value. And I also want to hear your story. I want to hear your story because your story is a powerful story, and your story will ignite something in me. I don't have to have had the exact same experience as you do, but there's some universal cries of our heart that I can always glean something from your story. So I just want to encourage you to come out and join us, and don't deprive us of your story, because we need your story. We need to hear your heart, because it brings your light to us, and then we're all shinier together, right?
Yeah, and it's about celebrating and feeling so happy for each person's success, even if it looks absolutely nothing like what we would want for ourselves.
And that's been fun in the masterminds, because you see discovery. So we're all doing the same exercise, but everyone, it's so clear how everyone is so unique. And the fun of somebody saying, wow, that surprised me, what came out of that exercise. I never knew that. Or maybe, wow, I realize I've grown from last year because I now have a different response in this situation, or to that trigger. Or maybe it's just, whoa, this thing's really triggering me. What's going on here? And maybe talking that through with somebody to get some insight. So we do a lot of one-on-ones just to celebrate together and draw one another out. It's such a beautiful transaction. So it's just a synergy there that's very unique, I think.
And with people that don't know each other.
Yeah.
So if you're just joining us on the Inside Track on Real Estate, you may know me and you may not know my sidekicks today. It's Virginia Dawson and Janet Parker, two incredible women that are journeying with so many other women, as well as with me, on the Roar Canada movement that's launched in the nation's capital in 2014. And we just really thought, because our homes, physical homes in housing, is actually quite connected to the physical body home, that we could indulge and stretch a little on this particular Inside Track on Real Estate and talk about the real estate of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And so if you missed the first half, you absolutely want to go back and listen to the second bit, or the first bit, so you can maybe have a more clear understanding of what we're going to cover in the second portion. And because I don't want to miss, I want you all to come and experience this with us. If you're even remotely open to meeting strangers and then engaging with those people, and before you know it, they're like your best friends. Like watching people come in not knowing anyone in the room. Some people come absolutely by themselves because they just feel there's a safety maybe in not bringing other people with them, because then they can have their own experience. And then others feel it's not safe unless I come with my gang. And so then there'll be groups of women come together, and very quickly, as we start experiencing life together, people go find someone they don't know in the room. So whether you came with somebody you know or you didn't, when you leave, you'll know a whole lot more people than you did when you came.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
And you'll have celebrated each other.
May I speak about
girl.
Okay. So on our mastermind recently, one of the questions that was asked of the group was a challenge. A challenge was put out. So in the next 24 hours, do something that scares you. So you may be sitting at home or wherever you are and just going, as a lot of us did do, and 24 hours. So, and not only that, write it down. We at Roar Canada will follow up with you. We'll give you a call, see if you completed that, and how did that make you feel?
And how did it work for you? What was the outcome?
Absolutely. So we called the people we were to call, which was such an honor and a privilege. And so I'll just share about one of the women that I called this morning. And so she had a task that she was to complete, and she completed it. And I said, how did that make you feel? She said, empowered. I said, will you do that again? Yes. So that's what we're about, is that people can something that holds that fear inside that causes anxiety, which causes sickness, then can be released and we can move on with it.
Yeah.
So it was awesome. It was an honor for us to be able to call people, wasn't it? Yes, because I know you had called people as well.
I did, and I get inspired by hearing how people get released, and how one of the women I spoke this morning said, yes, I surpassed that goal and I'm already making another goal for today. And she said, I'd been kind of discouraged lately and just having a lot of trouble getting on with things. But I love the fact that it comes down to a specific action step that I can do this one thing. She said, now I feel like I'm back in the flow again. So how awesome is that? And it's, again, just being with people who are encouraging you on, who want nothing more than just to see you be the best version of yourself and to succeed in the goals you're setting for yourself and becoming, and establishing your purpose and taking that forward. It's just a brilliant opportunity to do that.
One of the things we talked about, and then we're going to introduce you to an opportunity that blows our mind, that we didn't even imagine was going to be possible, and that is there's the 3 most important days in your life. And the first most important day is you're born, because if you weren't born, you wouldn't have any of the other days. And then the second most important day is the day you figure out why you were born. What is your unique, specific purpose that you are here for? And we all have one, even if it takes us years to uncover it, even if we spend a lifetime uncovering it. When we do, we can walk differently, we can function differently. We show up differently for ourselves and for everyone in our life. Mm-hmm. And then the third most important day is actually when we start acting on that reason that we're here, that purpose, that why. And to watch people uncover that and start to walk into that was and continues to be incredible. To watch people come back at mastermind after mastermind and actually have implemented and still focusing on the thing they did that quarter before. Yes. And the life change and the impact in their families. And their communities, because it affects our entire city.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what have we got coming up, ladies?
We have on Friday, September 23rd, a symposium. And we have an incredible speaker. You are going to want to be there, and you're going to want to bring your friends. So I will let you.
Oh, no, I'll let Janet.
So we have an opportunity right now to purchase tickets at an early bird price.
Actually, a pre-launch price.
Yes.
We've got 6 days for you to go and purchase tickets at pre-launch, and then we'll move into early bird, which will be more money than our pre-launch. Yes. So our pre-launch is the rock bottom. Yep. And up till now, we have only provided that opportunity to the women that have been attending masterminds and been part of Roar Canada. Mm-hmm. So you are actually, those listening to this video show and that tune into CHRI.ca at 99.1 FM, you are the first people really outside of the very inner circle that are having an opportunity at the pre-launch price. That's right.
And that's because we're so excited about this unique opportunity, because Lisa has come to Canada before, but never to Ottawa. And this is a woman who speaks around the globe, very encouraging. She has an amazing story of overcoming and rising up in the midst of tremendous odds and against many voices inside of her head and limitations. And so she just brings her story in such a powerful way that I think you will just be so encouraged and so empowered to move forward in your own story. So we're just too excited to keep it to ourselves and to wait even for that early bird pricing. We want you to be there. So we want to just enlarge this opportunity to you, extend it to you as well. So we really hope to see you there September 23rd. Put it on your calendar. Roar Canada has a Facebook page. So check us out there. We have some information there. We have a link to an Eventbrite so that you can sign up and you can purchase tickets, tell your friends, because it really is an amazing opportunity. She is really, her heart, she's heard about Roar. She has a heart for Roar. She appreciates and is on board with what we're doing. So she really is accommodating us by bringing this to you at a very reasonable price, a steal really. So we're just happy to be able to share that with you.
I don't think we said.
No, I'm thinking we're being crazy here.
Oh, numbers.
So the price for the pre-launch ticket is $77. And it is a live event. There is actually a code and a link that all of the team members have access to that we will send out to our networks. And I will make sure to place mine on the Dekker Team page, Facebook page, as well as on my personal page, so that if you want to link through there, that's how there's a specific code. So we are not sending it out to the masses yet. And we will not do that until after midnight, June 30th. So by July 1st, we'll move into early bird pricing. And right now, you've got 6 days to, I think it's 6 if my math is right, to go ahead and purchase at a pre-launch price. And we also have encouraged through our mastermind, which we just announced, they were able to purchase as many tickets as you want. There is not a limit on them. It's simply, we want to give those that are engaged in our worlds already, that are already part of this, to become more part of this. Mm-hmm. And then there is a VIP opportunity. So there is a VIP ticket, which is also a pre-launch price of $47. And for your VIP, you'll get an extra hour with Lisa. And it's Lisa Nichols. I don't even think we said her name.
We did not.
And so Lisa Nichols, you want a YouTuber, you'll want to see who she is. We'll have some promotional material on our website and on the Roar website soon. Right now, we're just getting ready for her to show up. The evening event is 6 to 9, and it is jam-packed. She does not even allow a break. If you need to go to the bathroom, you get up, you go, you come back, because you don't want to miss what is going on in the room. It is for men, women, children. It's for everyone that would be wanting to engage and hear a message of inspiration that will actually cause you to want to and step into transformation in your own life.
Mm-hmm. So, and the website
is CanadaRoar.com. We had to switch the words because we couldn't buy the website we wanted. So CanadaRoar.com. And so check us out. If you want to reach me, you can reach me. You can reach Janet, Virginia. We're all on Facebook. We're on Facebook together, so you can find us. We will accept your friend request. Yes. That would be amazing. And I don't want to be remiss and not tell you about a couple of great properties, because if I do that, my clients will be unhappy, and I don't like to make unhappy clients. Great property in Kempville, $275,000, which is pretty incredible for a single family home. It's a century home. It's got a Victorian flair. It's even got some tin ceilings that still remain in the property. There's a third floor that could be developed into a loft. So check that one out by reaching us. And then also in the city in Central Park, a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-story, lots of hardwood floors, triple-sided fireplace, $575, a great convenient location if you want to bike to work, if you work downtown. So if you're interested in that or anything to do with Roar Canada, check it out. Call us 613-860-4663, or you can email me, roar@dekkerteam.com, or as always, yetta@dekkerteam.com. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Virginia.
Great to be
Thank
here.
you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Awesome. And roar!
Roar!